Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. My name is Siti Nur binti Muhammad Arifin. Metric number is A22L0034EP and today I will be representing my research entitled Factors Influencing Drug Abuse Among Youth and its Impact on the Business Environments in Tanah Merah. This presentation will cover 5 main parts: introductions and backgrounds of the study, problem statement, research objective and research questions, significance and scope of the studies, and then last one is conclusion. Go to the first introductions and background of study. Drug abuse among youth has become one of the most serious social and economic issues in Malaysia, particularly in rural and semi-urban areas such as Tanah Merah, Kelantan. Youth represents the backbone of future national development as they form the present and future workforce contributors to economic growth and lead the society. However, increasing involvement of youth in drug abuse threaten not only their personal well-being but also community safety and economic sustainability. In Tanah Merah, this issue is more complex due to socio-economic pressures such as employment, school dropouts, limited recreational facilities, and early entry into low-skill employment. Additionally, Tanah Merah geographical proximity to the Malaysia-Thailand border increases exposure to illegal drug trafficking activities, making drugs more accessible in nearly community. Because of this, Police Diraja Malaysia Tanah Merah has taken proactive steps through enforcement operations, intelligence-led policing, and community awareness programs. Importantly, PDRM also collaborates with business owners, recognizing that workplaces are key environment where early signs of drug abuse among youth can be detected. To the problem statement. Despite continuous efforts by the government and enforcement agencies, drug abuse among youth in Tanah Merah remains persistent. The problem is intensified by youth unemployment and economic stress, weak families supervision and peer pressure, limited access to education and structural activity, easy availability of drugs due to border proximity. Many local business in Tanah Merah really heavily on youth as part of their workforce. As a result, drug abuse among young workers has begun to directly affect business operations, leading to reduced productivity, increased absenteeism, unsafe workplace behavior, higher employee turnover, damage to business reputation. Also, PDRM Tanah Merah has implemented enforcement and awareness initiative. Enforcement alone is not sufficient without strong collaboration from business and the community. Furthermore, there is a limited local empirical research that specifically examine how youth drug abuse affects the business environment at the district level. Most previous studies focus on urban areas or health impacts, creating a research gap. Therefore, its study aims to address this gap by analyzing the factors influencing youth drug abuse and its impact on the business environment in Tanah Merah. Research objective is this study has four main research objectives. First, to identify the socio-economic and environment factors influencing drug abuse among youth in Tanah Merah, including peer pressure, curiously stress, family influenced, and border proximity. Second, to examine the impact of youth drug abuse on the business environment, particularly in terms of workforce productivity, workplace safely absenteeism, and business reputation. Third, to analyze the role of Police Diraja Malaysia PDM Tanah Merah in addressing youth drug abuse through enforcement, prevention and awareness initiative. Finally, to propose a recommendation for policy makers, law enforcement agencies, business owners and community stakeholders to reduce youth drug abuse and strengthen business sustainability. Research questions. Based on this objective, the study is guided by several research questions. The first research question asks what is the level of peer pressure, curiosity, stress, and family influences contributing to drug abuse among youth in Tanah Merah. The second research question examines is there a significant relationship between these factors and youth involvement in drug abuse. The third research questions focus on the business sector and ask how does youth drug abuse affects workforce productivity, workplace safety, absenteeism, and business reputation in Tanah Merah. This question allow the study to examine both individual level behavior and organizational level consequences. And go to the five significance of the study. This study is significant in several ways. From an academic perspective, it contributes to existing literature by providing a district-level, semi-urban Malaysia context, which is still under research. From a practical and organization perspective, the finding helps business owner better understand how drug abuse among youth employees affect productivity, safety, and operational costs. This encourages the implementation of workplace drug prevention policies and employee awareness programs. From a policy and law enforcement perspective, the study provides evidence-based insights that can support PDRM Tanah Merah and policymakers in strengthening community policing, prevention strategies, and business collaborations. From a societal perspective, the study promotes shared responsibility among families, communities, employers, and enforcement agencies in addressing youth drug abuse holistically. Scope of the study focus specifically on youth in Tanah Merah, Kelantan. Thematically, it examines peer influence, family background, socio-economic conditions, curiosity and psychological stress, environment exposure, especially border proximity. The conclusion is, in conclusions, youth drug abuse in Tanah Merah is not only a social and health issue, but also a serious economic and organizational challenge. This study highlights that addressing youth drug abuse requires strong law enforcement, responsible business practice, active community involvement, integrated and preventive strategies. By understanding the contributing factors and their impact on the business environments, stakeholders can work together to create a safer, healthier, and more sustainable community in Tanah Merah. The study also focused on the local business environment, particularly small and medium enterprise, and evaluates impact on productivity, safety, absenteeism, and reputation. In terms of institution, the study emphasized the role of PDRA and Tanah Merah, including enforcement,